speaking of seats. No, I'm going to buy this racing simulator setup that I can strap my chair into and then lean back like a race car. It's pretty cool.
That sounds pretty cool.
And then I'm going to put my VR headset on. I'm going to drive around. I'll show it to you.
No, I don't need to see it.
Okay,
you should get it. I'll come over. I'll take a look.
It's cool.
That'll play better for the podcast.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm stoked for...
me going to his house instead of him describing it to me. I'll just go see it. And I'll go, yeah, that thing is pretty fucking sweet.
It's basically a series of very adjustable metal tubes.
All right.
So check back in a few weeks, and then we'll see if it was cool or not.
Yeah, here in a few weeks, I should have all that stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm pretty stoked about the new VR headset. I know you guys probably aren't, but I am.
No,
the Oculus Rift S.
Sure.
Is that the one that has the outward facing thing where you don't have to have little...
Yeah, no more cameras.
Beacons?
No more drilling into my walls and mounting cameras everywhere.
You just have to tape up a poster that has a bunch of geometrical grids on it?
Nah, you don't have to do that. No, you just have to have some kind of light in the room, but not all the light. Don't put direct sunlight in the room. It's like
don't stare into the sun with your...
Yeah, pretty much. Well, no, the problem is like they also are coming out with the Quest that doesn't need a computer or anything, and people are like, I can play this outside, and they're like, don't do that.
Just wander into traffic. It's fine.
Well, the problem is like those lenses are basically magnifying glasses, so you take it outside and it burns the screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're like, don't do that.
The sensor just inside goes...
Well, the screen is it doesn't work anymore. It's just burnt. Hey, there's just a dark spot in the middle of my VR. Did you play outside? Nope. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you went directly outside in the middle of summer.
They put little sun sensors on it, because like the same way Apple used to do with the water sensors inside there.
I am pretty stoked, though, if people start doing I'm just going to start doing normal things and see if I can play VR while I do it.
Are you talking about having sex?
Well, no, I was thinking actually about surfing. Okay. Can you surf with a VR headset on?
I'm sure you could stand on a surfboard in your house.
Well, paddle and then put your headset on. And then.
Sorry to interrupt. I just had to know whether or not
that's what he was talking about.
That's what he meant.
Nah, that's just a given. Everybody's going to do that.
Okay.
Not everybody, but people are going to just immediately do that. But no, this thing can kind of do AR because it has all the cameras and you can just see outside. But
that's where I need things to get before I'll be super jazzy about it.
I don't know. I'm stoked about the no cameras. Makes everything so much easier. One cable and it just works. Also,
you still have to hook it up to some bitchin' rig.
Not the Quest, but the Rift S, yeah. But I want it that way because
you just push.
Because they don't make. I don't know if I want a computer that fast on my head. It's gonna burn my head off.
Those graphics cards are still like a foot long.
Well, you're like, oh, it's in a laptop, and you look at the laptop. That's not a laptop. Yeah. That's a fucking desktop.
It's 6 inches thick. Yeah, I know. It unfolds.
Is that mobile Xbox? No, that's a fucking desktop.
You could probably wear a backpack or something, right?
Yeah, they have.
They have those at what is it? Never mind. Fuck it. It's a thing. You go to a place.
It's like the Void thing, right?
The Void, yeah.
Well, not only that, but that makes it easy to do that at your house because you don't have to have cameras set up in every room of your house and link them all together. You can just walk into the living room and start killing aliens and shit.
It's weird that they're going to map your whole house.
They don't. They just basically, it just looks out and it's just like, oh, that's a physical thing. And then it just tracks the dots.
But then how do you
you do still set up a boundary, but...
Okay.
You can technically just walk out of it. It's not like it zaps you.
Like in the holodeck, you just run into a wall or something.
Bonk. Yeah, we still don't have that yet.
Someday.
Yeah, I am planning on getting a circular rug to put in the middle of my area. So if I feel the edge of the rug, I'm like, but get back to the middle.
That's a good idea. Do you play barefoot?
In socks.
Okay, it's almost barefoot.
Pretty close. Yeah, wearing shoes and playing VR feels a little weird. But maybe that's because I just played barefoot.
I almost never have just socks on.
Okay.
Almost ever.
I have just socks on a lot. I like it. It's fun. Feels good.
Socks are pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like them quite a bit.
I have a special VR pair of socks.
Do they have like grippy nubbles on the bottom?
The hospital socks?
Yeah.
Hey, can I keep these? This go great with my VR.
Grippy nubbles.
No, those things feel weird.
It's a good name for a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that every opportunity I get.
Okay.
You missed one on the last podcast.
What was that?
I don't remember.
What?
But we were sitting there and
that's a good name for a podcast.
I don't remember.
That's a good name.
We were talking. I went, I should say something. That's a good name for a podcast. And then I just didn't because we moved on. Just bring this one to a screeching halt as well.
All right.
I'll keep going.
I'll go back and listen.
No, just keep going.
Because we have to come up with titles for these.
Yeah.
So.
I
try to keep in mind if there was a good title.
You meant for the specific. Yeah, I got you.
Titled Grippy Nubbles.
Yeah.
But also, it's just an ongoing joke that we're never going to fully name it.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were talking about.
Yeah.
It's funny.
You win now. I'd say he wins.
Good.
He wins this one.
Good.
Preemptively won this episode.
Wins this.
I'll probably dive into VR at some point in my life, but you need to take that.
Yeah, I need to take it just real fast.
I will also likely dive into VR pretty fully at some point in time. I will just commit, build the rig, but I want the technology to be where I want it to be, because there's something fun about waving around noodly weapons and chopping the heads off of gladiators, but I don't need to invest really heavily in that at this point in time.
If I'm going to get over the hurdle of throwing up when I try it, then I'm going to need it to be very worth it.
Yes, that's where I'm at as well. I get motion sick, and so step 1, get into a VR headset. Step 2, turn green. Step 3, work my way through that to find fun on the other side. The cost to entry is very high for me, not price-wise, but as far as mentally and physically responding to it quite negatively.
I've also just found it hard to justify isolating myself that much into a video game.
Yeah.
The way I play now is I'll play a match of Apex Legends, get up, make a sandwich, eat it. I don't just shut off all of my senses and stand in the middle of my living room going, okay, I am 100% into this game now.
Yeah, I agree with that. I struggle to, I'll sit at my computer and I'll be working on something and other people will be talking to me and I'm all, yeah. And that's just working on a computer. That's not full immersion. If I start fully immersing myself in things, holy shit, that's a slippery slope that I already sort of fall down on accident with other activities. Doing that with by choice seems like a real good way to totally isolate yourself.
And step on your dog.
Yeah.
Which I don't want to do.
The entire concept of tripping over one of the dogs that decides I'm going to be as close to you as I can. You don't see me where I'm at. So them tripping me falling over and yanking a $2,000 computer across the room because all the cords are tied to the back of it.
That all seems not ideal.
Highly probable and very suboptimal. I will, however, go over to other people's houses and
tourism.
I will occasionally give it a shot. And then queasily drive home, just super nauseous but the Rick and Morty virtual reality, that was a blast. I liked that a lot. Picked up every single t-shirt that fell out of the washing machine. At a certain point, you hit a button on the washing machine and just a fuckload of t-shirts and pants come flying out of it. Maybe not pants, maybe just t-shirts. Brooks was like, dude, you don't have to get all those. I was like, I gotta get all of them. I can interact with them.
Seems like gameplay to me, I guess.
Yeah, just pick up laundry off the floor, the video game. Well, I don't like picking up laundry off of the floor in real life, but man, you make it funny. In the Rick and Morty universe, and all
you can say that about almost anything in the video game, though. This game is grindy. I'd rather do the thing in real life, but I'd rather not kill a demon in real life.
Yeah,
but I like it in a video game.
That's all true as well.
I don't really like getting shot in the face in World War II. That's not my particular jam in real life, but in a video game, loop. I think I'm fine. I try not to correlate the two. How'd it go? Did you win the phone call?
I did.
Okay.
My bad.
You had a really good zinger on the phone call.
So we were just talking about Rick and Morty virtual reality and that that I picked up every damn t-shirt off the ground.
I always tell everybody about that.
Yeah.
I've never seen you pick stuff up, and then you sat there for 10 minutes straight.
Something like that.
Picking up every goddamn piece of laundry.
Yep.
I was like, dude, you don't have to do this. You're like, I'm doing it. You hiked your pants up, and you're like, I'm fucking doing this shit.
Yep. Yeah, it was a good time. And then we played Dirt Rally in VR on your...
I think you played that for half a second. Right?
I played that for a half a second. I took the helmet off and went, nah, that's not going to work well with my brain.
Yeah, that's the game I play constantly.
Yeah.
I fucking love that thing.
Too bad.
We were discussing the cost of entry into virtual reality.
Less of a price thing and more of a dedication thing.
Well, I'd say it was 2 weeks for me not to want to throw up. And now I'm good.
That's the dedication that I'm not willing to put in.
Well, it would just, I'd play for like, it kept getting longer and longer. And then I started noticing, I'd be like, oh, I'm getting warm. I'm going to take this off. And then I wouldn't be like, the problem is before I didn't realize I was getting so sick. And I'd be like,
you would all the way get sick. And
yeah, I'd be like,
lay
oh,
down
fuck.
and spin.
Yeah, I'd sit there for like 2 hours, like, oh no. It had all the ginger everything. That didn't help. The internet's like, eat ginger.
Yeah,
And
that's sort of a myth, I think.
Pinch your wrists. Like, I'll just pinch my wrists a little bit, and then
I did find a motion sickness pill that worked pretty well with me the last time I
is it
flew.
extra strength Dramamine? And if you take half of the sleeve, you can just fall asleep and
it's
not be
a
motion sick?
non-drowsy pill, and it's chewable.
Hey.
Because I used to take Dramamine every time I traveled, and that sucks just as much as getting sick because then you're groggy for a day. But
if I feel like if I'm going to be on a long plane trip and I'm going to be motion sick, it's like piloting a big sleepy bear through the airport of me just barely coherent.
So you can't fly alone.
No, I need a chaperone.
You just have a big sign
to usher me, like, get me to gate whatever, and I was standing there going, just wandering around on the
and the back sign says it's Dramamine.
it's not drugs, it's Dramamine. No, I'm a fucking disaster.
Yeah,
but I've gotten much better at it over the years, so now I don't do that, and I just drink on the airplanes.
Yeah, there you go.
And it works pretty all right.
I just drink Dramamine.
Yep.
probably don't.
Probably liquid form, right?
Liquid Dramamine.
Yeah, I think there might be.
You can get most medicines in a liquid form.
I was meaning to ask if I could borrow that PlayStation VR headset to play Tetris Effect.
Yeah, that's fine.
That was once upon a time when I bought that game.
That shouldn't make you sick.
Yeah, that seems fine.
Yeah,
I think
that's just falling shapes.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it.
That'd be cool.
I don't know if I have it at this house. It might be at the other house.
You'll be fine with any VR thing that doesn't artificially move the world. You would not get sick. You'd be fine.
I played one that I got early on with the PSVR where you jumped, where you would pick where you wanted to go. And teleport. No, thank you. The
teleporting?
Yeah, it
really
was spinning the world while it was doing it, though.
Normally it just blinks over there, or it kind of fades to black
bad
and
idea.
you show up.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You're not supposed to, like, fly over there, because that's the one thing that makes you sick. One of the sickest I ever got was navigating Google Earth.
Oh my god!
I was just like moving the whole world, and I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up."
Like, look, there's a picture of me, and then you just spin it around and.
Well, I was just like being like grabbed
up.
and just dragged through cities, and you're like down in the buildings and stuff. You're like, "Oh, cool, what's that?" And you're like, "Oh god, I'm gonna throw up."
No, remind me about that. I'll get you
Okay.
the PSVR. I need to figure out where it's at.
Okay. No problem. I forgot about it for months, so it's fine.
I have it packed in a bin.
Yeah.
I bought Moss, and I went, I will play that, and have not bothered to find the PSVR.
Is that a $60 game?
It was not cheap, but I really wanted to play it.
Right.
Might have been 20. I don't know.
I know that little mouse got popular because he could do sign language.
Yeah, he looked very adorable, and I went, I want to interact with that.
Okay, speaking of, there's a new training thing for the Oculus, and you can dance with a robot. It teaches you how to use the hands, and you can grab both his hands, and dance around, and it's like the most adorable Disney robot you've ever seen in your life.
That seems pretty fun.
That was another one.
Overly happy.
Astrobot, something like that.
Is that PSVR?
Yeah.
I don't really like PSVR. It kind of makes me really sick.
I do have a funny story about that. I was showing my mom the PSVR. She picked the scary shark attack. I was like, no, we're going to stop this. I was like, okay. That's the whole story. I stopped that from happening. Because I didn't want to ruin VR
you just
for her.
Slapped the headset off her face.
I showed my mom once, and there's this little arcade game where your hand is the ship. Mm-hmm. And then you have to move it around and try not to hit lasers while you shoot at stuff. And she was like trying to dodge lasers, and then I was just running right into the wall. She got way too into it. She's like, that was awesome.
Well, yeah, people can play Mario Kart and still lean.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine in a VR space.
Oh, yeah.
I have certainly seen people fall off of a chair because they were leaning too hard in a racing game on a TV that everyone was staring at the same thing.
Yeah.
So.
Which I always found funny because it's like that's not how you drive a car.
Yeah, I
so
don't
why
drive-
would that be your instinct?
Well, if you take a turn hard enough, like if you turn sharp enough, if you just stay not moving, you're gonna just fucking your body's gonna go to the left. That makes a little bit of sense to me. It's like the worst thing. Speaking of motorcycles, is if you have a passenger who does that all the time and they don't know what they're fucking doing.
Yeah.
You're just like, I'm going to die. Just either stick straight up or just hold me.
Yep.
Stop doing that.
Yeah. You have to instruct passengers on motorcycles on how to be a passenger because people's instincts on being a passenger tend to not be good.
Yeah, or they just keep leaning way after the turn. You're like, I'm going to die.
Yeah, stand the fuck back up. You should mimic what I'm doing.
Just hold me. I don't want to die. I had my brother once ride backwards on the motorcycle. I think he wasn't very comfortable holding me. So he turned around.
Okay.
So you guys just didn't want to hold each other, so everybody jeopardized everything?
I was fine, but he did fine. He leaned with me and shit, but...
You're both still alive.
Yeah, we did
so
it.
there you go.
Well done.
Yeah, it was stupid. But I no longer have a motorcycle, and I don't know if I'll have another one.
I still have a couple, and I don't need more, and I don't ride mine. I had too many experiences all at the same time
dangerous.
where it was very, very close to not being a survivable thing. And I went, all right, well, that was too close to death. At least a couple too many times in a very brief period of time.
There's a certain point, like, it's a nice day. I want to ride around a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to put on my Iron Man suit.
Exactly.
And now I'm just dying.
I would be okay with getting out of town and driving like to Vegas.
Yeah.
A long road trip on a motorcycle seems notably better than trying to fight through traffic on the highway or any place that has stoplights or stop signs or anything else like that. If you can just get on an on-ramp and go till you need gas, that's where motorcycles are enjoyable. But navigating around other people with their murderous four-wheeled vehicles with no concept on how to not kill me, it's not my idea of a good time. My good of an idea time. I just jumbled all the words up.
My good idea is a bad time.
It was mostly like intersections on any like 2 to 3 lane road.
Yeah.
Just scared the absolute ever living shit out of me.
Yep.
Fucking minivan.
I'm going to turn left. Oh, no, you're going to just touch the back of my motorcycle with your car because it's still red. I don't know where you want me to go. Just into the cross traffic? Fine.
Motorcycles in cities are bad. But also awesome if you're looking to just pucker your butthole real tight. It's like, woo, I feel alive. Let's go to work.
Yeah, it'll make you cognizant of your own mortality real quick.
Dude, my commute was never boring.
Yep.
Especially when it got close to winter because I would drive in December like an asshole on a motorcycle.
Shorts and flip-flops. And
No, I put on snowboarding clothes.
Yeah, that's right.
And it worked fine. It was like, I'm just going to dress like I'm riding a snowmobile. This is fine. And then it starts actively snowing and you're like, I should probably put this away. This is stupid.
Yeah, but the problem with Colorado is there will be great motorcycling days in the middle of January, and you're like, I mean, I could go to work in this, and no,
and then
6 inches of snow an hour and a half later, and you're like, well, fuck, I probably shouldn't have worn shorts. But if you do that on a motorcycle, you're like, well, I wonder how I'm going to get home. It's the motorcycle. But it
took me an hour to warm up once. I was sitting in a hot fucking bath. Just like, I think I need to go to the hospital. This was stupid. That was motorcycle talk. Motorcycle talk.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Hey.
That's a good theme song. That was Poker Face, but with my motorcycle.
By Lady Gaga.
Oh, speaking of her, she has a big dress now.
Oh, she finally got one. Okay.
Yeah, she's got a real big goddamn dress.
Good.
That's all I have to say. Oh, it unzips to be smaller and smaller dresses until she's basically in underwear. Whatever. It was a thing.
Spoiler alert. Jeez.
Well, the title.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
There's some kind of weird Broadway event or something that.
The Met Gala?
Yeah, that fucking thing.
All right.
I didn't know about it.
So you did know.
The weird Broadway event is the Met Gala.
Okay.
Yeah, people dress all fancy and weird, and I didn't know about it until today. And she wore a lot of clothes, and it took her 15 minutes to get into the building because she did a little performance.
All right.
That's fine.
That's the thing.
Okay.
Seems great.
Someone who doesn't know about the Met Gala and now knows. My wife's the same.
But you're on social media, so
yeah, now I know.
you could know about anything.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You can be interested in whatever you'd like, and then just learn about it because the information superhighway.
And that's how I learned about it. Hey, Sometimes you just don't care, and then you find out, and you still don't care.
Finally watched to totally shift gears.
Oh yeah, we should shift it.
We should shift gears. I finally watched Glass.
Okay.
That was.
Did you watch the one before that?
Split. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch either of those.
Yeah.
How were they?
Fine.
Let us know. Okay.
They were fine.
Which one was better, Split or Glass?
They're the same.
Okay. Were they just Shyamalan-y?
Yeah, there were no twists though.
No twists?
It was all.
That's just Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I hope they're not that bad.
I got to the end of it and I just went, huh. All right, well now I've seen that.
Yeah, I got almost excited about it just because I really like Unbreakable, or at least I thought I did. I haven't watched it in a long time. Maybe it doesn't hold up.
I'll bet it's still good, but it might be kind of boring, especially if you know what's happening.
It's probably boring. I know he can smell danger or whatever it was.
That never comes up in this one.
And he could just basically bench press until he ran out of things in his house. I think that's all the things.
And yet he kind of had a difficult time taking down that one bad guy.
Yeah, that's true. He should have been able to squeeze. That was just a regular dude. Should have just squeezed him to death.
I don't know.
Yeah,
none of that mattered.
I guess I didn't think about that.
He was basically just.
Was he strong or was he just sad?
He was both.
Okay.
He was strong and sad.
He looks like he would rather not be in any more movies.
Yeah.
In the last few movies I've seen him in, he's like, well, I'm here. It's like Harrison Ford. Mm-hmm. It's like, you keep paying me outrageous amounts of money, so I'm not going to not be here.
Especially Harrison Ford, because he seems, at one point he was really awesome at everything. Yeah. Then he got old and just kind of was expected to be Indiana Jones still. And I'm like, let the guy rest.
But at the same time, you can only feel so bad for someone getting paid millions and millions of dollars to be Indiana Jones.
Well, sure, but but what was it in that Star Wars thing? He like shattered his hip.
Oh yeah,
like
he ended up having to go to the hospital.
Yeah, like
doing
that.
What?
Being old.
Like a door closed on him or some shit. And he fucking his hip shattered. Like
that sucks.
Yeah, that's more what I was talking about.
He just shows up to the set, kill me. The character? No, me.
I don't want to do this anymore.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Bruce Willis and Harrison Ford both seem like they do not want to be in movies anymore.
It is their choice. You're correct.
They can just say fucking no. Well, we'll give you $80 million.
It's certainly a different life, and so I don't know.
I'll do it. Just don't make me walk through doors.
Yeah, I just want to hang out at my house and pet my dog and make these cabinets, and that's all I really want to do. Ah, shit! They're making another Star Wars.
Yeah. Can you just say I was already dead?
Kill me off screen. It's fine.
Here, scan me. Make me CG. Just do whatever the fuck you want. I will sign. Make me CG forever. Don't care. Just pay me every time you show it.
All those old action movie stars got really typecast, especially like Bruce Willis. After Die Hard, he was like an average everyman type of character in that movie. And then they went, oh, I get it. You're a superhero badass character. And so from then on, he was like invulnerable and always the coolest person. Everyone was scared of him, even though he's 60. And you're just like, it just feels weird. I don't know.
60 with no energy.
It's just,
Hey, bad guys, what's up? Oh, shit.
That just seems like really weird typecasting to me.
Agreed.
I think they were low on options at the time or something.
Well, there was a brief period of time where...
was that the same time as Seagal?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so, but...
It was a weird
Close.
crossover.
Yeah.
It's pretty close.
He was like, okay, do we get Bruce Willis who can act, or Steven Seagal who can break bones?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't there a period of time where Jason Statham and Bruce Willis were the two biggest action stars at the same time?
Probably. But I feel like at that time, The Rock was also had to be there.
He was probably still wrestling at that point.
Oh, you don't think so? What they should do is have a movie where Bruce Willis becomes Jason Statham, and then they just call him Bruce Willis. And they're like, oh shit, that's who we wanted. That's the guy. That's the fucking dude.
I would be okay with that, yeah.
And then he can be like, I can retire.
Except Jason Statham's been in so many movies now at this point. When is he going to quit?
Yeah.
Well, probably not.
As soon as all that crank money runs out, or... No, that's quitting.
You mean
I guarantee that made no money.
You mean the Hobbs
Fast and the Furious?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hobbs and Murtaugh.
He's in Fast and Furious for the rest of his life.
What was that? What was that other guy's name? Hobbs and... We looked it up.
McGee.
Hobbs and Gary. I don't know, dude.
Shit. We looked it up earlier.
Hobbs and
It's ridiculous to me that
Sherbert,
the Fast and the Furious franchise can have a spin-off of its own action movie.
Yeah.
With characters that weren't in the first 6 Fast and the Furious movies.
Yeah, it just proves that the whole title is meaningless.
Yeah, pretty
It
much.
could be called anything. Why is it a part of the Fast and Furious franchise? Just to tack a name on it that
you know
people
what they
will
should have called
recognize.
the next one? Slow and Steady. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, okay.
That'd been a good spin-off. And they're slow and steady. Yo, what's up, slow? What's up, steady?
That sounds like more of a two old guys go on a road trip kind of movie.
Yeah.
That's what that seems like.
Well, that's what this movie is, isn't it?
Yeah, except they're punching people.
Morgan Freeman and
As soon as they're done
the guy.
punching.
yeah.
Hey, don't go too fast. Yeah, also, they're all like Hyundais or whatever, because that's the company that would fund the movie. It's like, these are sports cars. That's a family sedan. It's fast.
Unnecessary dunk on Hyundai, I feel.
Well, they got the...
Remember when they had those series of commercials that said it's pronounced Hyundai and no one listened at all? Remember that? They had an entire ad campaign.
They probably needed it.
They still do, because neither one of us said it right if it's pronounced Hyundai.
I bet at the
So I
end of
pronounce
every
it
commercial,
Hyundai.
I bet at the end of every commercial, the dealer just comes out and he's like, "It's fucking Hyundai." They would sell more
Except
cars.
it's Hyundai, is what he said.
I think it was like Jeff Bridges, and he said, it's like Sunday. Hyundai, like Sunday. And you get it? And everyone's like, nope, I don't get it. That's a foreign word. I'm not going to say it like that.
You should have just been pouring a giant amount of ice cream on the car. It's Sunday.
You get it?
He's at church. It's Sunday. He's at Chick-fil-A and it's closed. It's fucking Sunday.
Do you get it yet?
All right, well, now we've learned how to pronounce Hyundai.
Hyundai. Hyundai. I'd rather have a Kia. Also,
shorter.
I thought they were the same thing.
That
for a
Kia
second.
Stinger is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I went to go get one of those.
Uh-huh.
And
You didn't.
Yes, I did. And I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Because I went and I sat in it, and the wheel well is so narrow, my feet can't fit.
Yeah.
It was so tiny.
You couldn't even drive the car.
I couldn't even drive the car because my feet are too big.
1 foot couldn't fit in there.
Yep. It was too narrow foot box in there.
My mom has an Optima. That's a pretty nice car.
But yeah, Kia Stinger is an impressive vehicle numerically.
It goes fast.
It goes zoomies.
It goes very quick.
Zoomies.
High numbers.
Well, actually, low numbers.
For little monies. It's a good,
Hello.
super good value sports car.
Low numbers that go high.
So
I get you.
Or get to high numbers with low ones.
if you have little race car feet and short legs,
Like Sonic?
yeah, like Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, if
Sonic
you're-
should be a car driver.
Sonic's got big feet, though.
He should...
if you
Or
are
at least
a-
big sneakers.
if you are a toddler
I just thought of it.
in a fuzzy suit, you should buy a Kia Stinger.
Okay,
Gotcha.
so now they're doing all these dumbass movies. They should make a Mario Kart movie.
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Well, they did. It was Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, but do Mario. And have Ryan Reynolds be all the characters.
Well, that's what Vanellope's whole machine was.
Yeah, I know, it was Mario Kart.
Mario Kart.
But
It was Candy. What is it called?
Candy Saga.
Doesn't matter.
Drive.
Sugar Rush.
Sugar Rush.
you go.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
He's got a tattoo. It says Penelope for life. Was that her name?
I don't know why that helped me remember the name of the game, but
It
yeah.
was Vanellope.
Well, if you have a
with
tattoo, I
V.
hope you'd remember the name. Vanellope?
You'd like vanilla because candy puns.
Right.
Yeah. And peas like the fruit.
Fruit. Okay, so peas aren't fruit. That's we'll just baseline.
You can edit that out.
No.
I meant a vegetable.
No, peas are a vegetable.
Well, that's what my mom told me, so I'd eat them. No, I'm just kidding. I really messed up. They're a starch.
Beautiful.
Yeah, okay.
I'm good with that.
So,
Candy.
yeah.
That's
so,
what I was talking about. I was talking about candy.
So this episode
we're
is pea is a fruit.
I mean, that's not bad.
No, because you said something better earlier.
We were talking. We were talking about Mario Kart as a movie.
Mm-hmm.
What other movies would be good, Brooks?
What other movies would be good? Video game movies. That would
What
be good.
movies should they make?
If we're gonna stay with Nintendo, I'd like to just see how fucking crazy a Smash Brothers movie it is.
Yeah, I would watch that.
It's Kirby. Fuck.
Yeah, it'd be like a tournament story, but
I would also like to see
Jigglypuff.
Smash Brothers made by NetherRealm.
all right. Well, that's they're not doing that.
Not Nether. See, I'm with you in concept, but From Software does Smash Brothers would be the thing I would want to see because they have some fucking ridiculous monsters.
I don't want them to make a fighting game. I don't think that's their strong suit.
No, not to make a fighting
It's
game.
a third-person action game where you can play 100 characters. Or you're playing as your Mii, and every boss is one of the Nintendo characters, and it's a Dark Souls game.
That would at least make sense.
Yeah.
I would love to see the From Software character design do a take on Nintendo because they just have too many goddamn arms and everything.
There's like 80 scarves and everything's just flowing like they're underwater.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to.
Why is that texture almost only black? They do look pretty cool. I do want to play that ninja game.
Yeah, the Kirby would be the vacuous mouth chasm. And you're just like, what is that? Because that's how From Software names everything is 3 goddamn unrelated words stuck together. I'm just stuck on this From Software doing Nintendo things. Because Nintendo, as far as I can tell, is the cutest thing you could do. And From Software is the most like disturbed thing you can do.
It's like fantasy grime.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay, you give me a movie.
Okay, sure.
What's your video game movie?
Well, they've already made the perfect one, which is Super Mario Brothers.
The first Super Mario Brothers with John Leguizamo.
You can't beat that movie.
I am happy that they made it the way they did.
Goombas with the tiny little heads that just sort of make like
in
weird
trench coats.
Yeah.
That was fucking amazing.
I'm totally fine with
Living
that.
fungus that could talk.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
You know what? I think you're right. I think they've.
How mad do you think the internet would have been today if they released that trailer?
If they just released the trailer, pure outrage. However, they just dropped the movie and said, fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
It would have been phenomenal.
I'd been okay with the Sonic movie doing that, except for it didn't even look good anyways. Like, it didn't look bad enough to be good or...
Also, Jim Carrey is just Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
I'm Jim Carrey.
And there's no problem with that.
Yeah.
That's what we want from Jim Carrey, right?
If you
we
put
want
him in
him
a
to
movie,
be him.
You be you. We'll just film
Here's
it.
a funny mustache. Work with that and just do whatever.
Yeah.
Keep twirling it.
Okay,
weird
yeah.
ways. Yeah.
Do you need
sounds
props?
fantastic.
We got a whole truck full of them.
I gotta
Whatever you
say,
need.
he looks pretty cool in that last shot of the trailer.
Yeah.
I want to see more of that. I hope that's more of the movie than just the last 2 minutes of the movie.
That's one of the reasons I think they're going to be transported to a different world or something
That would
because
make sense.
then they get to look crazy.
If that guy
And
chases him into the other world and by going through there, he gets a bigger mustache.
Yeah.
And his hair
robots
goes away.
and shit.
You guys remember Spy Kids, right? Where everything was like hypercolor and
there are people made out of
big.
thumbs.
Yeah, yeah. There was all that. That's what I'm
Fucking movie.
legitimately hoping for with the Sonic alternate world is that level of that's nonsense, but it's at least bright and shiny nonsense.
I'm all for nonsense. I don't need anything else. Just nonsense in my life. It's Sonic. It's stupid. Just make it crazy and fast.
Make it as crazy as
you know
Super
what they should
Mario.
have done? They should have been like, we shot it at 60 frames per second. It's extra fast. Like, okay, why not? Just some stupid gimmick.
That would have been a fun gimmick.
Hey, it's quick. Also, because I know they're going to pan that camera all over the fucking place and it's going to be choppy as hell.
Oh, yeah.
24 frames a second. Just like, oh, God. Every time they do that in action movies, I'm like, I can't see a goddamn thing. If you're doing an action movie, if you're just going to do like an art house fucking sit in a room talking, I don't give a shit what frame rate you pick. I'm probably not going to watch it.
I'm not going to watch people in a room talking.
I might.
There was a very good movie a long time ago called Tape, which had Ethan Hawke in it. It was literally a room, and they just
sitting in a room.
spoke to each other in a hotel room. So
Like I liked the first
you
Saw, and they were basically in a room the whole time.
that's fair. That's what that is, actually.
They're just in a fucking
That's
room.
a more relevant example of what I said.
Like, I'm not against having just a room, but like, you know, the shitty, like, just trying to be overly artistic with like, oh, it's a gay teenager movie. Oh, cool, another one. You know those.
Oh my God.
They make those all the time.
Okay.
They suck.
Sure.
All right.
They make those all the time.
They did for
They
a while.
make more Fast and the Furious movies than they make that movie, so I think
Still haven't seen.
I think I disagree.
Fast and Furious movies.
I haven't seen most of them either. But
The one where they jumped one car from one skyscraper to
scene.
the other skyscraper.
I would have loved to see him hit the middle.
That was-
in between two floors of smack.
Patently
They're dead.
stupid. I mean, I watched the making of the stunt of doing that, and it was all CG, but they still took a car and ran it through some.
Was that Aeon Flux when they were driving the car on the side of the building? What movie was that?
I don't know. I have fully parsed all of Aeon Flux, the
Yeah, I know
live
it's not
action
a real
movie, from
movie.
my head. I recall nothing from that movie except for the little needle flowers in the hand feet.
Minority Report, they had weird cars like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were just
They're like stuck to magnetic tracks. And went-
the God damn it, I can't remember what that's called, but yeah, they can go upside down or whatever, only on the track.
okay,
So, and then you could just tell them to get off the track, which
not cool.
I'm getting arrested. Shit. It works out because that's how it would be. Like, cops can just turn my car off? Well, that sucks. Don't do illegal stuff. I'm trying to be in a movie.
Try telling that to a cop the next time you pull over. I'm in a movie right now.
Well,
Okay.
it's a good way to, if you did something bad, they're like, I'm psychotic. Please don't put me in jail. I'm in a movie.
Good luck with that one.
Don't do
So
it.
what about this tape movie where people are talking in
I
a
don't
room?
want to fucking talk about that.
Do they use tape?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
got nothing into that conversation.
I don't think we'll ever actually get flying cars because they'll be too goddamn loud.
Is the volume the problem with flying cars?
It's one of the problems.
It's a pretty big problem. In future movies, it's always like, "Pew." In real life, it's like, like, oh my God. Yeah, it's so
The little
loud.
Doppler
Yep.
sound. Of,
It's like, oh, it just hovers with science.
yeah.
Okay.
As soon as we figure out science, we'll get there.
Yeah. Can I get a science car? But they're like, oh, we can do it. We can do a giant fucking
For one
a
person
drone, and you can sit on it.
basically an ATV seat,
Yeah.
like in the middle of like.
There's
10
like
foot.
16 propellers, and
Yeah.
you're like, wow. It's like, oh my God. That is so dangerous.
I think nuclear, like micronuclear powered dirigibles are a much more viable thing where you can just have a vehicle that's perpetually in the air.
Yeah.
Dock with that. And I think that's much more viable than individual propulsion flying
It's
cars.
probably safer to start filling things up with hydrogen again. Putting those in the air.
Yeah.
That's probably safer. Hey, don't spray it with the most flammable thing you've ever found.
Yeah, I think it wasn't as bad of a concept as people assume. It was just
They burned
three
everyone
bad
alive,
ideas.
so they're never doing that again.
Well, yeah, which is fair enough.
Yeah,
but I mean,
Well, the Titanic sank and we didn't give up on boats.
yeah.
We were like, fuck boats, I guess we're
There
never
you go.
going to sail
work.
again.
We might have if we had better pictures of that.
Yeah, if it were better,
We were like, we fucking just figured out cameras. Let's watch them all die.
If it were better documented.
Yeah, they were like, I think, well, it kind of looked like this, I guess.
Yeah.
It broke in half, we think. And then people started yelling like, no.
We're pretty sure that this rich woman was in love with this poor guy. That's what we've discerned from this wreckage.
Yeah. Yeah, that is what happened.
No,
and she had a mean boyfriend.
my legitimate prediction is we'll get small nuclear power down to the size of a washing machine, and that will power things.
It's going to be a while for that one.
Well, I mean, power isn't the only issue
Can't even
for
convince
flying
people to
cars.
get a nuclear power plant in Colorado.
Yeah, people are also afraid of things that sound scary that they don't understand.
Yeah, they are.
Because
Well, it
because
is still
panic and-
scary,
Sure.
to be fair.
We've already established multiple times that cars are scary and people just jump in those fuckers and
Yeah.
ride around. Combustion engines are scary. Like
If you could rev up a nuclear power plant in your driveway, I think
and do
people would feel
burnouts.
different about it.
Yeah, if you could do burnouts with your nuclear power
I
plant
also
in your
want to
driveway,
do that.
nuclear burnouts. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to do
If you
that.
do donuts in an empty Walmart parking lot
Yeah.
with your nuke.
Then they wouldn't care anymore that it was
If you
dangerous.
could flex with your nuclear power plant.
yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's a shockingly clean
Yeah, it's pretty great.
way to create things. And the power to weight ratio on batteries is so fucking bad. Like you can't have an electric person drone because it's so fucking. You
mean a robot?
Like a lead refrigerator hanging underneath it, full of batteries in order to spin those things.
What'd you say? An electric human drone?
Well, individual human drones, like where you have like a person riding it. Yeah, like
just a jetpack.
Oh, I thought you meant like a robot. Like a robot?
Robots can be hollow. They don't have to have all the meat of a human.
They can, but they don't have to.
They don't have to carry all that shit around.
If they had to just carry slices of
if they get hungry,
like turkey breast from Costco, just
they do have that robot who can just like eat anything to power up. You can just like throw meat and whatever.
In what? RoboCop?
Like grass.
What are you talking about?
No, it's a real thing. Oh. It makes energy out of it.
That's the premise of Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That one, they read the news article and they're like, dinosaurs.
Isn't it the premise of Back to the Future as well? Doc shows up with that fucking Cuisinart on the top of the car and just starts stuffing banana peels.
I would argue that's not the premise, but that is featured in it.
Well, that's the thing that makes it all possible. You had to have a fucking Cuisinart or whatever.
No, in the first one they had plutonium. They did fine with plutonium.
Yeah.
You're saying, plutonium for everybody in your cars.
Mini power plants.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And that's fine.
Just batteries plus recharging them in the air it takes too long.
I was hoping that hydrogen fuel cell stuff would catch on and then can use electric motors with hydrogen fuel cells, but I guess that's not a good idea. Or it just never caught on, I guess. I guess it was too expensive.
I don't know. Everything's flammable if you heat it up enough.
So are batteries if you drive them right into.
Yeah, batteries can explode and you can't put them out with regular water. And
you just let them burn for days. Hope that's not.
That's the problem with any fuel source is you need someone responsible to take care of it, and we have a lack of that resource in our world.
Back in the late 80s, early 90s, Nissan made a bunch of very stubby minivans where you sat on the engine. Well, that was a fuel hose that went across the top that when you'd open it and shut it enough, it would just break and then dump fuel on the engine approximately 3 inches away from human people sitting directly on top of it, and those fuckers would explode. So we've been bad at transporting flammable or non-flammable sources of energy since always.
I think everyone should just ride bicycles.
If cities were better designed for bicycles, I think that's true. But when cars and bicycles have to share the same space, we run into a lot of the same problems that cars and motorcycles have.
I got hit by a car on a bicycle. And they drove off.
Yeah.
And then somebody else was like, did they hit you? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, shit.
most people, because Colorado is a very interesting state when it comes to the laws of how bicyclists are supposed to. Anyway, fuck what I was just saying. Lots of people think bicyclists are in the way.
Oh yeah,
and are problems and are nuisances and are not people.
I also think that. As someone who used to ride a bicycle, it's super annoying.
Yeah.
Get out of the way.
All of that is true, but that doesn't mean you have to kill them.
Yeah.
Well, don't kill them.
I've
never killed a bicycle.
Is the inequitability of the difference between being on a bicycle and being in a car and being upset. Like, both can be very upset at what has just happened, but the upset person in the car can very, very easily kill the upset person on the bicycle. And that's not fair. And so
that part's the problem.
That's the problem part. People can be assholes in cars and people can be assholes in bicycles. But when you put those two together, the bicycle person dies and the car person goes, I'm inconvenienced.
I hope that's what they say.
And they're really resentful of being inconvenienced about having to now deal with a dead person that they have to, Yeah,
if you want to make sure they're dead, you got to back up. Go again. That's the real inconvenience.
So I think it's very, very dangerous to be on a motorcycle or a bicycle in the same place as cars. So if we were to redesign cities to be better, if you just took all of downtown Denver and put parking lots around the outside, the parking structures, just assigned a place for vehicles to stop and get the fuck out of the vehicle and walk around and make all of Denver a pedestrian area, I would be 100% in favor of that. Pedestrians, bicycles, one-wheels, skateboards, who gives a shit? Not cars. Cars are too fucking dangerous.
I will say the city is not sure what to do with all these electric skateboards and stuff right now. They're what the fuck?
It's like the Lime scooters and all those.
They're just like, go on the sidewalk. No, go on the street. No, go on the sidewalk. No, just get out of here. it's like, what are you doing?
Well, what's really funny about that is the backlash from people who are just throwing them into rivers and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Or leaving them wherever. This isn't not my property. Let's break this shit. Like, society's really fucked up right now.
Yeah, I guess if you park a Lime scooter in front of your house, you get to go take it and throw it in a river.
Apparently, that's what's happening, and that's
they're always they're littered throughout the river.
That's the business model.
I guess they make enough money, just go buy another scooter. I don't know what their business model was, but they just kind of like dumped them in the city and just said, we're a business now. And then we're like, what the fuck?
But like 6 companies did it all at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe more, but some of them scream for help. Have you heard that? No. Little scooters that are like...
Oh, yeah, I did that once.
Yeah, you take them and they're like, I'm being damaged!
Yeah.
They're very upset.
Yeah, the one I picked up, because I went and I took my one wheel to pick up a scooter so I could bring it to a friend, and it was just like, stop now, we will call the police. Stop now. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Really?
They scream for help.
I went like a mile because I was almost to the car. I was going to do something. We were going to all ride around.
I was going to do something.
I couldn't remember what I was doing, but I was doing something.
I had a plan.
Yeah.
And it was good.
It was pretty funny.
You don't need to incriminate yourself into a microphone, but yeah, the little scooters will call for help. They'll
I plan
shout.
on paying to use it.
Fair enough.
I couldn't ride them both at the same time.
Oh, you were on your one wheel.
I was on my one wheel carrying it to a friend who was just like a little ways away.
Gotcha.
But I went too far, and then I tried to pay for it, and then I was like, fuck this. And
Yeah. There are also people who wander around, or not wander around, they go around to popular locations for dumping them off, which are things like bus stops, and we'll collect them, take them home, and charge them.
Yeah.
And then they get paid for doing that?
Yeah.
Is what it seems like?
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you get paid to charge it, but you have like these weird rules. You have to dump them off at like 4 a.m. Like, I don't know how much you get paid, but
Yeah.
All right.
It's certainly interesting, and I think it's a much better take on transporting people.
yeah, it's interesting
from
thing.
where you want to go. I think
Well,
it's
the way to actually
it's not
do
at
it-
its zenith. It's not like
Yeah.
figured out completely. But
Well,
it's
what they need to
certainly-
do is replace those stupid bicycles with the baskets in the front. Nobody likes those, and put the scooters there with charging stations, and then you pay, pull it off, drive to another charging station.
Yeah.
There's charging stations at least like a couple blocks away, so you can walk. I think it'd be fine because people drive it to the front door of the building and just leave it there.
Wrap it up.
Where do I put this now? I guess right in the way of everybody.
Yeah, and then you go on the app and you're like, "Where the fuck is this? Oh, it's in the river." It's like, well,
You're not joking about the river.
No.
They throw them in the river all
not
the
only
time.
not only that, they're everywhere and they're just scattered. And there'll be like 1 or 2. So if you have a group, you have to like get all 3 apps, and everybody's searching like, "Oh, I'm checking Bird, it's over here. I'm checking Lyft, it's over here. All right, guys, let's." It's like this weird scavenger hunt. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, if you don't have to be anywhere in a hurry, then
Yeah,
that's a perfect way of
Step
getting
one,
there.
having a scavenger hunt is a great way to get from point A to point B.
It's like you're about to leave. All right, everybody pop open their apps. All right, I'm going to go walk 2 blocks that way. We'll all meet over here. But yeah, it's a weird world with scooters.
I don't dislike it.
No, I just
like
think
where
it-
we're headed. I don't think we're there yet, but I want to see where we get, and I want to see the progress that gets made. What blows my mind is people who are just terrified of that. Like,
Terrified
they're gonna
of-
I mean, you know,
Scooters?
Yeah, of scooters. You know, I understand some amount of like geo-tracking and for advertising purposes, seeing where you go, and when you put your credit card in, they see exactly where you went and that kind of thing. I can certainly understand some apprehension for the tracking and logging aspect of it, but just being baseline afraid of technology because it's different and, you know, the curmudgeonly, oh, there's new technology. When I was your age, we had to walk wherever we went. Well, yeah, but cities were different and shit was different.
I find that less and less all the time. Like I see
Yeah.
older people, they're using all the same shit. They don't care. Like, oh yeah, this shit's pretty cool. Whatever.
Yeah. I can't-
That's not really what people are complaining about, I don't think, as much as...
Sure, but we've actually, I would agree with that, but we're bridging into that. That's not how it's been. It's,
All right. The last time we get to
getting
complain about old grumpy people.
No, people are just more grumpy about global warming is fake and trans people go to the bathroom. That's what they're angry about now. That's a different thing.
They've accepted the
They're fine with technology.
Yeah, they've accepted scooters and being tracked everywhere their phone goes, but they're really upset about the flatness of the earth. And
Yeah, people are mad. Just stop looking at Twitter and it's fine. Twitter's the problem.
Yeah.
It's just Twitter. Everybody else is fine.
no.
then- okay.
If you watch the local news, don't watch local news.
Okay, well, yeah, don't do that either. I forgot it existed, to be honest.
Yeah.
Don't do that either.
Lots of people watch local news, and anytime it's on and I see it, I'm just like, this is deeply upsetting, and this shouldn't be viewed by human people.
Yeah, well.
Your phones have a weather app. That's how you should find out what you can even get weather apps that swear at you.
I wanted to take 2 hours to find out what the weather is.
Yeah. But you also want to hear about every single shooting, missing child, sad thing that's ever happened. And you want to hear about all of that.
And then I want to wait till 11 o'clock to see what toasted oat grain tomato sauce I can make.
What?
Don't they do that? They're like, wait, we're going to come in and show you this recipe. Look, we're cooking this
At
thing.
11 o'clock, like in the morning?
Whatever time. What time do they do stuff?
What time do they teach you how to make toasted oat grain spaghetti?
Yeah, what time do they do that?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, sorry, I said the wrong time. 7. 7
In the
a.m.
morning?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's my breakfast.
What are you describing?
All the dumbass things they show on local stuff. They always have some old lady come on there and show them a recipe, or come on, it's a thing. No,
I'm not saying it's not a thing.
Okay, did I say the wrong ingredients in the wrong time? Should I say?
I don't know I don't know how to help you out of this one, man.
It was actually polenta lasagna, not toasted oat spaghetti. That was the problem I had with it.
Yeah, I think that was the problem. I apologize.
I assume you're thinking of like talk shows,
Or like
Don't they
cooking
have those on
segments
local
on.
thing?
but an actual news station, I don't
They
know
have to
about
do
that.
shit for 24 hours.
There's one that does a gardening thing. I think 9 News in Colorado.
Or does local news just revert to infomercials when they're not actually doing news?
Local news appears on the regular TV stations, not on their own special station, right?
Yeah, 2, 4,
They're
7,
not
9,
CNN.
and 31. Yeah.
They just play Frasier for 10 hours and then the news for half an hour.
I thought they always had like a morning thing, like, "Hey, everybody."
I think most of them do.
We're gonna cook something, and then.
But I guess I don't watch them, so I can't help.
Yeah, I have no idea. I thought they cooked stuff all the time.
They cook stuff all the time.
as far as I
In
can
between
tell,
being racist, they just cook a thing and
I
then
didn't say they were racist. I think he might have. I don't know.
oh,
I didn't. Are they racist? I didn't know that.
if you're gonna cook something, then you got to be a little racist.
You do?
I don't know.
I don't know where this is headed. This all sounds bad. It's pronounced bad, weird.
Beard.
Bad.
What's the worst place it could go? Get there, and then we'll have nowhere to go but up.
Yeah.
The local news is just a cavalcade of sadness and human suffering with an occasional weather section.
I think that's just all the news.
Yeah, but you're right.
Okay.
Maybe we just went off on a
You go to
tangent.
MSNBC and they're like, the stocks are crashing and everything's terrible and the economy's great, but everything's bad. And you're like, okay. And then I'm not going to even describe what Fox News does.
Same stuff, but more racist. Are they racist anymore?
Yeah.
Are they still racist?
Are they racist
Hey, I
anymore?
just got to check up. I don't watch them, so
Yeah, maybe they turned it around.
they might have. They got rid of
Turn
people.
it into what? I
don't know.
Their entire premise is, all right,
Well, like-
be afraid of brown people.
Ideally, into like a furry channel where a guy in a fox costume comes out and reads the news.
That would be notably less damaging to society is if Fox News was literally a furry fucking another furry perpetually as a channel.
And just go on the stocks.
I didn't say anything about that.
But that would be less damaging to society than what it's currently doing, which is a fucking propaganda machine of hate and bigotry.
Correct. Two people having sex is less damaging than racism and homophobia.
Yeah.
That is a correct statement.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Apples
It's a
and
bold
oranges.
statement, but okay.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
What
I
did
said
you say?
apples and oranges.
Apples and,
You know what?
Yeah.
Apples and oranges and whatever pair if they want. It doesn't matter.
Hey, green grapes and purple grapes, bro. To each their own.
Fruit party. Perpetual fruit party.
Tossed salad and scrambled eggs.
I do always say I'd rather be a fruit than a vegetable. I don't always say that, but I try to remember.
Never heard you say that.
You mean you'd rather be a pea than a vegetable?
Yeah, I'd rather be a pea.
Okay.
I'd rather be a pea than a grape.
Okay.
Grape is a totally a vegetable.
What?
I don't know. Just mislabeling fruit or foods.
We're just slowly descending into madness. That's all. Maybe we've been doing this too long.
We didn't need that extra 30 minutes. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, we're using it right now, I think.
For the bonus content, lots of this is bonus content.
Yeah, this is bonus.
And I'm sure it'll all be great.
It can't not be.
Bonus doesn't say good or bad.
Yeah, we're talking. That means it's fantastic.
It says extra.
That's unnecessary hubris.
Like when I go into Subway and I'm like, hey, can I get some mayonnaise and mustard? And they're just like, give me all of it. Like, it's not better because there's more.
Yeah.
Subway is bad at sandwiches is the thesis.
I'm just kidding.
I would agree
Can I
with
get a
that.
squirt of mustard? Like, oh my God. That's like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
22 ounces of mustard later, you're like, oh my goodness, that is inedible, sir. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted out of my terrible wet sandwich, was it to be inedible.
Yeah, and the bread tastes like styrofoam somehow. That shit's bad.
So fuck Subway is what.
Yeah,
what I'm
and Quiznos. Gonna throw Quiznos in there. It can fuck itself too.
Okay.
What other sub shops suck?
Jimmy John's is pretty wet and gnarly too.
Yeah, that place kind of sucks.
They're fine.
They're quick and wet. Again, never actually had a wet sandwich in there.
Yeah, I don't think they've given me a wet sandwich at
I've
any
always
point.
had bland. It's just like I could have made that better myself.
Like white people in the Midwest, when they put like a little bit of pepper on their mashed potatoes, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, this is spicy at the Cracker Barrel."
I don't get
That was a gross generalization.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
White people suck because they can't eat pepper. Just those ones.
We're gonna lose the white people demographic.
I don't know how to interject into this weird
Well, what's your opinion?
Jimmy
on
John's white people
Jimmy
tirade
John's-
that's going on right here.
Okay. What are other sub shops?
Jersey Mike's.
Firehouse.
Blimpie?
What?
I don't know if
the
they're still
fuck is
around.
that?
It's a
Blimpie's
That's like
subs.
a relic from the 90s, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a spicy pickle.
Yeah.
Oh, are they still around?
There's
Probably not.
Ooh, Potbelly's good. Sometimes until they put your hands in your milkshake.
Just a full thumb right into the milkshake.
I think I'm not going to drink that.
Yeah,
please.
I'm gonna go ahead.
What's wrong? Like, oh God.
Why are we at a point where we're listing sandwich stores?
I don't know.
What else?
Why is that?
We've devolved into pure madness at this point, I think.
All right, just say anything better.
Anything better than a random name of a sandwich store?
Yes. At least we're talking cool stories about what happened at
Yeah,
Popeyes.
one time I ordered a milkshake and somebody stuck their thumb all the way in it, and then
Yeah, and he didn't drink
and I went, I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that milkshake.
I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna buy anything.
I'm just gonna leave.
I'm not gonna do this. All right. Let's see. What's your favorite hardware store?
We already talked about that.
Oh, did we?
We're running out of topics.
We're running out of topics.
All right, I'm gonna probably cut that whole sandwich conversation. No offense.
No, take it out.
Bonus content.
You can never get too much bonus content.
Yep. And go to the website for the bonus content.
To which you'll only know about if you're listening to this bonus content.
Yeah. This call to action is in the bonus content. So
You found us. Ha-ha!
you win a no, you
More
don't win.
of
No.
whatever this is.
Sorry.
I am really sad that I ran out of whiskey a long time ago because
Yeah.
this would probably be better now if I had more.
Yeah, that last hour would have been better for sure.
I'm sorry I couldn't carry us.
Was that what?
I'm just saying.
Did you say I'm Sonic and curious?
Yeah, what did you
Is that what you said?
I'm sorry I couldn't carry us.
Oh, okay.
I gotcha.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah.
I think we're used to that.
Pure disappointment. That sounds fair.
Ouch.
Oh. Just
We're actually almost in time, so we should probably
that's
stop talking.
Yep, we're done.
What you just heard was Everything Bad. For more information and bonus episodes, go to theinternetisAnightmare.com.